Hello, diligent viewer who was watching my video for unknown reasons. So today I'm going to be playing with the Stug 3G. So this is your basic German tank destroyer, absolute classic in World of Tanks. But that's off my point. What we're going to be doing here today in this all-new series, we're going to be basically showing off what every type of tank in World of Tanks blitzes for. Now, not just the Stug, basically any tank destroyer, aside from like the heavily armoured ones that are just heavy tanks without turrets. But what the tank destroyers are for is essentially holding a very, very tight sight line, or a very wide sight line depending on what device you're on, because if you're on console, the controls are atrocious and unusable. If you're on PC, it's okay, but on mobile, it's best for wide sight lines. Now, what the Stug's great for is great single punch damage. It's not fast reload, well, it is reasonably fast, but it's really good at going over a hill, firing, then pulling back, and then reloading. Now, what I'm going to show you here is exactly that. Now, what I'm doing here by hiding myself in the bush and checking if my gun's sticking out the front. Because if you watch wargaming videos, they will essentially... So, let me explain. On all parts of a tank, there's basically spotting checkpoints. There's one on the front of the gun, there's one on each side of the tank, and there's one on the front and back of the tank, and there's one on top. Now, if you can conceal all your spotting checkpoints, you can, in theory, be invisible. But of course, that only works to a certain range. Now, as you see here, I fire and then pull back. And because that Sherman doesn't know where I am, he keeps just facing his turret, which is a reasonably bad idea. Now, this is what the Stug's good for, as well as being just a peeker. They're very good at punishing enemies that come into your sightline, as most high damage tank destroyers are. Now, I took out that Sherman. Now I go and have a look at that Su-85B, take the shot, and somehow doesn't bounce off the hull. Now if he'd moved just a second to the right, that shell would have bounced and I would have done no damage. Now, I attempt to take another shot and finish him off. Then there's that T-34 that's facing its armour straight on towards me. It makes it hard for my team to get them because the frontal armor's on a 45-degree angle. I attempt to take the shot on the 82, it goes back, I somehow penetrate. I don't know how, and I'm thankful for it. Now, back to what I was saying about armor dynamics, as I pick off this AFK player. Armor dynamics, so if your armor's just square on with the where the shell's going, you're going to take the most damage and the most likely amount of penetration. Now, if you angle right armor to like a 45-degree angle, it becomes much harder to penetrate. And that's what tank destroyers take advantage of. Now, this is a good clip. This is a very good clip. I'm just going to keep talking here for a bit about Stug. Now, the Stug, in-game, average tank destroyer. If you go up to the top tier stuff, you get stuff like, well, you have forgotten what it was. The Jagdtiger, no, that's a Jagdtiger, that's tier 8. You have the Jagdpanzer E100, and then you have the Grill A15, and on console and used to be PC, they had the forgotten what it was. The Waffenträger E100. And that's basically all for this video. So yeah.